In my last couple of videos, I was talking about how I wasn't really feeling uh, this project anymore, but now that I have some extra time, I sort of feel like working on a little bit. So maybe I'll just do that. I'll just work on this project little by little when I feel like it. So for this video, I'm going to work on um, the ledge hang and the ledge climb. Um, so first I'm going to start off with the animations, and I'm going to start doing the animations um, using the idle animation. So right now I have an idle, and I'm going to select all the bones, and I'm going to delete all the keys except for the first one. And I'm going to temporarily put this key at the like one frame before the first frame. The reason why is because this first animation that I'm going to do, he's going to be um, going from the hang position. So just say there's a ledge here, just say at his head level. He's going to be in the ledge hang position, and he's going to pull himself up. So this animation where he pulls himself up onto the ledge. So even though the ledge will be here, I'm not going to animate it like as if he's moving this way. Instead, like his translation is going to be done in the Unity editor. It's not going to be done in Blender. So first, he needs to be in a ledge hanging mode, and I'm going to use this blue, the z-axis, as the wall. So I'm going to have to move him back first. So in order to do that, I only need to grab the main control, the two ankles, and the two wrists. And I'll just start off by pulling him back like this. And I guess I'll grab his two legs. So as if there's a wall there, his knees and his toes are going to be touching, and I'll quickly rotate his hands this way as well as this one. Let's grab both of them at the same time. And I'll just use this so far like his head level hasn't moved, so I'm going to use that as I guess a reference point. So his ledge hang, I guess he has to be his hands right the same level. I want this one to be lower. This one lower too. And I guess I'll flatten his fingers out a little bit. Something like that. Same with these ones. So the bottom of his fingers is going to be aligned with the top of his head. So it'll be like this. clavicles up. And his elbows can come down. Okay, so this is the pose where he's ledge hanging. So with all the bones selected, I'm going to, I just basically keyed all the bones here for this first frame. Now I'm going to take this frame before the first frame and I want to slide it over here. So basically what I want to do is instead of, I guess I'll just use a 30 frame, like 1 second duration, but instead of having him like do a chin up and like slowly, you know, put one foot up at a time, because he has such big arms, I'm gonna have him like use his like really powerful arms to like throw himself way up into the air, and then he's going to land on his feet. But because I'm not going to animate his translation, I basically have to pretend I won't have to cut out the translation. So I won't have to like imagine his translation for now. So at the beginning, he's going to so for the say first 5 frames, I'll copy and paste the first frame. What he's going to do here is he's going to go down a bit, like this. So he's dipping down. Actually, his body doesn't need to move. His head is going to stay the same the entire time. Instead, I guess I want his arms. Actually, I can have him dip down, and then 3 frames later, his hands are way down like this. His toes are so I'm only trying to keep his the tip of his fingers aligned. So you just have to imagine like this platform. He leans back, then you peer like the platform's down here. And I guess here he's in the air, so guess the toes can be a little bit pointed down. So when he's in the air like this, the platform is like way down here, maybe a little bit down here. Actually, I'm not going to, the platform is going to be right here. So therefore, at this point, I can move, he can actually jump up a little bit. So if his capsule in Unity, if this is his, I guess his character movement capsule, which is this capsule here, basically the bottom of it starts right here, stays there, and at this point, the ledge is here, so the bottom of the capsule is still at the bottom of his feet. And at this point, the ledge is way down here, and then he lands. So the capsule starts here, goes straight up, and then basically moves forward. I don't have to move the capsule any higher beyond the floor because he's doing a jump in the air by himself and he's landing by himself. So the capsule movement is literally up and then forward. So 1/3 of a second he launches himself. So 1/3 of a second the capsule moves up, and then I can make it half a second. Half a second it moves up. In the second half he moves forward. Okay, so I'm just going to export that. Everything selected here. And I'll just name it ledge idle for the FBX. Oops, and I'll save the Blender file by the same name. Oh no, sorry, this is not ledge idle. This is ledge up. Or ledge, sorry, I'll call it ledge climb. So save that as ledge, for the Blender file ledge climb, and then I'm going to export it again. The FBX as ledge climb, and I'll just leave the ledge idle there for now, and I'll just save over it later. So this is ledge climb. Let's do a quick save just to be safe. Now I'm going to go back into the animations, and I'm going to select all all the keys, and I'm going to erase all the keys except for the first one, and I'm going to copy paste the first frame to the last, and this will be the ledge idle. I could give it like some subtle movement, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So this one, it's called, I'll export it as FBX ledge idle that I just created, and I'll save the Blender file by the same name. So ledge idle. Okay. So I'm just going to grab those two FBXs, copy, copy them at the animations folder. In Unity, we go to animations, the climb animation I can just leave, but the idle animation I have to make sure that it's the loop time is checked. So apply, and in the animator, I need to create, right click, create state, new blend tree. This one's going to be called, whoops, called ledge. Open that up. I'm going to add one motion field, and this is the ledge. The ledge idle. I need to create a boolean to trigger it. So this will be let's take it is ledge hanging. So I guess it can come from several places. It can come from the regular blend tree. Oops. It can also come from jump, and then it also needs to fire back. So from here, turn off has exit time. Press plus. And select edge ledge hanging. And this is true. If it's true, then it fires to ledge. This one needs to be set to true as well. And when it fires back, this ledge hanging is going to be false. And same with this one. This ledge hanging is false. So I'm just going to double check these. Okay. So back in the scene. is I want to create a couple empty objects. So the first one is going to be ledge forward, and I'll create another one. Ledge down. So basically, this ledge forward can stay here because the transform is going to be there as well. So therefore I'm going to have it click basically to there, because the ledge hang animation or the pose is along the x-axis, so his body's going to move back if this is the wall here. So I'm going to put it here at that height, or wherever it traces here, and then the platform is going to be detected from a trace that comes down here. So this forward one traces forward for a wall, and this one traces down for the platform. Oops. But I'm going to keep it three units high. So then it's going to check to see if there's something detected maybe 1 unit below. So it has to be, the ledge has to be at his the level of his head, the top of his head, and the wall is going to be down the z-axis, so down his middle. Okay, so I'm going to try and code this now. First, I need to create some variables. Public game object ledge forward, public game object ledge down, and I'll create, in the update I'm going to trigger a method called ledge. Oops. Why does it keep doing that? That's so annoying. Ledge. Okay. So I'll put it way down here. Void ledge is being triggered by the update. And the first thing I need to do is I need to do a raycast. This would be a ledge. Oops. Raycast from ledge forward is going straight forward, so I'm going to copy paste. This one's going to be from ledge down, and it's going to be transform minus up. So this, because this is hit, this is going to be hit 2. I'll call this hit 1. To create more variables. Float, ledge, forward, detected. By default it'll be false. Actually no, I'll just leave it blank. And float, ledge, down, detected. So if the first one, the raycast goes forward, if it hits something, then ledge, forward, detected equals true. Oh, made a mistake. It was not floats, these are boolean, so bool and if the raycast down is detected, then ledge down detected equals true. Else, if it's not, then this is false. Oops. And same with this one, else. The only thing with it down is that another thing that has to be true is in this hit 2 distance, because I only want it to happen 1 unit down, it has to be hit 2 dot distance is smaller or equal to, let's see, 1.2. So it's only true if it traces down, it goes to about here, just below this line. That way it's not constantly picking up the ground. So a ledge is detected when, well, if and only if a wall is detected from the bottom forward and then from this top. So if ledge forward detected equals true, and ledge down detected equals true, then, okay, this is the tricky part. If ledge detected, these are all true, but also within that I want to do if the distance to the forward, so, whoops, hit 1 dot distance is smaller or equal to 0.2. I think that's what I have for the wall slide. Wall slide distance. Yeah, wall distance for the wall slide is 0.2. And hit 2 dot distance smaller or equal to, will be the same thing, 0.2. Then transform dot position of the player is equal to hit 1 point. So with ray casts, you don't use transform, you use point. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. Shall also put transform dot rotation equals it's basically this quaternion dot from to rotation. I am doing a minus because I'm trying to, he's facing the opposite direction. The head is facing out from the wall. I want it to be facing towards the wall. I believe this is the correct code. I actually don't know if this is going to work. Create a cube. I'm going to set wall slide to false. I'm going to create a boolean called is ledge hanging. By default is going to be false. So is ledge hanging equals true. And I also need to is ledge hanging, set this boolean to true. Is ledge hanging. Oh, one thing I forgot is back. With the main character selected, I need to fill these two fields in. So ledge forward and ledge down. Play. Okay, he's ledge hanging, but I don't know why. Okay, actually I changed a couple things. It sort of half works now. The ledge down trace, originally I had it up here, and I was going to have it cast down, but instead it works better if I bring it down all the way. So it's tracing down here. It starts from his head level and goes straight down. Another thing that I did was in the move function, it only moves. I can only use the W, A, S, and D keys to move the character around if his ledge hanging is false, which is a boolean that I created. Instead of using this can't control boolean, because I'm not using that anymore, so I can erase that. And so what I also did is see for a second. So I created a second box here, and so this box is exactly 2 units above the ground, so it's almost exactly the character's height. So as long as I walk up to it, he'll hang there, and I can spin the camera around, but I can't move the character around, which is exactly what I want. I don't want the move keys to work unless he's either jumping off or if he's ledge climbing. The thing that's not working that I haven't figured out is the other one where he's jumping onto a ledge. So if I go up here and I jump, he kind of stays there, but the camera goes all weird. He's like in a half ledge hang position and half wall slide position, and I quite haven't figured out how to shut off the wall slide yet. So what I'm going to do, I want to cancel out this can wall slide, and what I'm going to try and do is the can wall slide method, where I set the can wall slide to true or false. The can wall slide can only be set to true if his wall or his ledge hang equals false. It can only be, okay, so let me try that. Still doesn't work. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that one right now. What I want to do first is I'll get rid of this that I just added. This thing is ledge hanging from can wall slide. Instead, what I'm going to do is vertical movement. This is where all the jump buttons are pressed. So this is the regular jump off the ground. This is a jump from wall sliding. I want to create something very similar to this. I'm going to copy and paste it down here, except this is when the jump button is pressed and is ledge hanging is true, then I think change this to is ledge hanging is set to false. The animator boolean is ledge hanging is also set to false. Now I want to go back down here. I also need to do the else if this. If the forward raycast isn't detecting and the down isn't detecting, and if they're not within these 0.2 distances, then these things can be actually these two can be set to false. Is ledge hanging is false. And the animator boolean is ledge hanging is also false. So I'm going to go back into Unity. Play. So obviously the jump is not working, but if I walk up to this one, I can control it with the WSAND, but if I press the jump button, the jump button is, there we go. Why does it not work? Let's go back up here. If wall sliding is true and the jump is pressed, it's not doing what I want it to do. all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to duplicate the wall sliding jump where when I do a wall slide jump, he flips around. So when I wall slide, oops, what's going on here? Oh, I don't know what I did wrong. It should be is ledge hanging equals true. For some reason I had is wall sliding equals is ledge hanging, which doesn't make sense. Maybe that was messing it up. Let's try this again. So if I do regular flip outside, it's easier if I go here. So if I do a wall slide and then jump, and he flips around, same thing should happen right here. I press, there we go, it's working. It's beautiful. Except he's going way too far. His Z, I'll try 0.1 instead of 1. So this is the one where transform.rotate, vector 3 up, 180 is that's the thing that makes him spin around. So try once more. Okay, cloud's fine. I go here, and I press jump. That's a little bit better. He spins around, but he doesn't go super far. Maybe I want a little bit more force, so instead of 0.1, I'll try 0.2. That force is so little, I don't know why. 0.5. Still, maybe it's because the wall is there. Is it tracing the wall? when I do it on the side, it must be something that I did in the code. Because when I'm facing that piece of wall, it doesn't let me go. Oops. That's very, very strange. Oh, I know why. I think. It's because I am manipulating the vertical vector z. No, that shouldn't matter. This is bugging me now. Put a wall way out here and see, because I just need to make sure that it's working in the other axis. It's rotated. If the wall is rotated, I need to make sure that the wall jump still works. Whoop. Oh, he doesn't fly. That doesn't make sense to me. He only jumps in the z-axis. Okay, that's something I need to fix. So even though he turns, he doesn't move away. Okay, I need to make a note of that. This is good enough for now. I need to do one more thing. I need to go into the scripts here. I'm going to grab this input function back into the ledge method. This ledge. So this is everything I've done today. If the W button is pressed, so if input get keycode W is pressed, and what I need to do is the animations, I need to grab the ledge climb and drag and drop. I'll call this ledge climb. And it's going to be triggered by a trigger. This will be called climb ledge. So it's obviously going to come from here. And climb ledge. And then with a trigger, you don't need to, all you need to do is on the way there, you need to specify, but on the way back, you don't have to specify because it automatically bounces back. I'm going to make it bounce back this way as well. I'm not sure if, just in case, I'll just leave it like that. Climb ledge. No, actually, no, it's not going to do this. It's going to go. It's going to bounce back here, and if this is ledge hanging is false, then it's going to go this way. So first thing is if the button is pressed and is ledge hanging equals true, then animator dot set trigger climb ledge. Yep, climb ledge. I'm going to set is ledge hanging to false. And I'm going to use this alert. Player's going to move to the hit to position over a period. So I'm going to see what that looks like. So the reason why I'm using the W key is the player can either jump, which is the space bar, or they can move, they can climb the ledge. And I think that the forward key or the up key is the most intuitive. That's what people are going to intuitively try. They'll try this the space bar for jump, and then they'll try up to climb the ledge. So if okay. It's doing everything at the same time, which is I don't understand. If this button is pressed and is ledge hanging equals true. I'll try a different key. I'll try Q key just temporarily. I want to switch back to W because it's more intuitive. I think the fact that I'm moving with the W key, moving forward, that it's interfering. So let's just say I make it a separate button. So now it's still doing it. It's ledge hanging. I'm going to cancel all this out for a second. Okay, I don't know what's going on. It's not working on this side for some reason. It works here. If I press Q, works on this side. And it just doesn't work on this side for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So it's obviously not this. This has nothing to do with it. So I can uncancel it. So it's obviously not working on this side, so I'll just go to this other side. Looks fine, press Q, he does the animation, but he doesn't move up. Maybe, I know why. It's because this is ledge hanging. This is supposed to only happen if it's true. Oh no, wait. I need to make a boolean called can ledge climb. By default, set to false. And the update method if can ledge climb equals true, here can ledge climb then all of this I'm going to cancel all. So the only thing that this does when the Q is pressed is can ledge climb is set to true. And when this is true, this is going to be triggered in the update, because the reason why it wasn't working down here is because the, the Q button is only pressed for a brief moment, so therefore this doesn't constantly trigger. So the only way to constantly trigger these three pieces of code is to put in the update. Another thing that I have to take with me is I need to redo the raycast because it's not recognizing, as you can see, hit point, it's got a red underline, it means it's not picking up the raycast from the ledge method at the bottom, so I have to redo the hit. Raycast hit 2. I'm going to change this back to W. This doesn't need to be the Q, I don't think. So go over here. Oh, I do have to. Oh, it's going crazy. I'm going to change this to Q. I think it's picking up the W when I walk up to do the ledge. So he's hanging. If I press Q, oh, I think I need to shut off. within the update function. Can wall slide. Not sure if this is going to work. Okay, it's clearly not working the way I want it to. So he hangs there. When I press Q, you can see the ledge climb animation, but it's interfering with the wall slide, as you can see, as it's going into the wall slide pose. So that's for me to figure out in terms of the code. I'm going to cut it off here. This is going to be part one of the ledge. I think this is going to be a lot more complicated than I thought, but I'm going to slowly pick away at it. So thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for future videos.